Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you late this morning, going into early afternoon by about now. By now, I meant to say, for a album review. And I thought I was gonna do a movie review, but that may have to be on hold for a bit because there's two albums that I'm interested in reviewing that piqued my interest. So the first one I'm doing is for Like a Storm's new album, Okura. Okura, I believe is how you pronounce it. The album I'm going to be reviewing. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this Like a Storm album, which they are an alternative metal band slash hard rock band. So, yeah. Which they use Ringo or whatever. It's an instrument they use, which has a weird sound. But yeah, I'll let you know what I thought of this new Okura album by Like a Storm. So let's dive into this album review. Now, I was really surprised with this album. There may be some least favorites of mine on this album, which is Fame, Tugari, Tongariro, I believe is how you pronounce it, The Phoenix, and Low. Low was probably, it was sounding really nice, it's just not a bad track. It's a solid song. But there's more clean sings in this album than screams, from the singer Chris, I believe. I think Matt does clean vocals, and there's some backing vocals too in the background too. Um, but pretty much, I enjoyed the first track. It's only like 47 seconds, so it's not very long. It's the title track, Okura. And it sounds pretty cool. Then comes Empire of Ashes. Great song. Loved it from start to finish. Um, then is Liar. And I wasn't sure if I was going to like that song at first, but uh, I eventually did. So 5 out of 5 for that one. And 5 out of 5 for the first two songs as well. Okura and Empire of Ashes. They were pretty good tracks. Death by a Thousand Cuts. I like the screams from Chris, I believe, is the screamer. I'm not 100% sure because I don't follow this band very much. So I'm fairly new to this band. But Death by a Thousand Cuts was a good song. Really liked the screams in it and the clean sings too as well. Uh, sorry, my throat got a little congested a bit. Just scratchy or whatever. But Pull Me From the Edge was pretty much a clean vocal song. There's just clean vocals in this song from Matt, I believe, who's the clean vocalist in this album, or mainly, I believe. But the guitar and drum work in this album is pretty good. So I'm not that disappointed with this album. It's a good listen. Not the best listen, but still a good album from start to finish. Kingdom was pretty nice. Mostly clean vocals in it, and it sounded really good. The way it was sounding structurally and production wise, it was sounding really good. So 5 out of 5 for that one. Teardrop was pretty good song. Wasn't that disappointed with it. It wasn't sure if it was going to be a cover or not, but yeah, it's still a good track. Scarlet Retribution was a great song. Really like how the drum work is playing out and the instruments and all that. Mainly the drum and guitar work sound really awesome in this song. And Chris's screams and Matt's clean vocals are pretty good. So not a disappointing track for Scarlet Retribution, 5 out of 5. Fame is my least favorite. I don't know if I like it right now, but the drum work and the screams and some of the clean vocals are fine, but it's just the way the background music and the choir vocals lists and all that are singing in the background. I don't know if I feel for, but it doesn't do too bad. It's a solid track, so 4.5 out of 5. Tongariro is just like believe it's just an instrumental. It's like 2 minutes, I believe, but it's not too bad. Um, it's a solid song. It's just him playing the weird instrument. I don't know. It starts with a D, Dijon something or whatever. I don't fucking know. I might be pronouncing it, might be saying it wrong, how I'm pronouncing it or trying to, but it's a long word. It's kind of a hard word to pronounce. But it's an instrument. It's a long instrument, and he uses it live to play it. So, yeah, The Phoenix was a pretty solid song. Not my personal favorite, but it's fine. And Kariotahi, I believe is how you pronounce it, was a pretty strong track. It was really short, honestly, so it was like 42 seconds, so you're not in for a very long track. It's an interlude to the next song, which is Scarlet Retribution, and I love that song. Low was pretty nice, clean vocals and all that, but I don't know if it did very well as a song itself, but it still did alright. So, production, mixing, and execution, this album was a good listen. I was really surprised with this album. And overall, I think Like a Storm's new album, Okura, was a good listen. Definitely check this album out if you haven't listened to it yet. Came out this past Friday, which was January 14th. I didn't get a chance to review it that day, but I'm actually glad I listened to this album because I kind of enjoyed it. It's not my personal favorite album, but it's a good album for sure. So it's definitely worth buying. So, first score, I'm going to give Like a Storm's new album, Okura, an 8 out of 10. This was a good listen. It's going to be on my decent to good albums of 2022 by the end of the year, which is not till December, of course. So, yeah, 2022 starting off pretty well for some rock music. So, hopefully, there's going to be some interesting other albums in the coming week or so. This following week and next week as well. Because I did pre order some new albums and all that. So I already got the Under Oath Voyeurist album yesterday. So I'm glad I did. But comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Like a Storm album, Okura album, if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this Like a Storm Okura album review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can support the channel. Sorry that I didn't do this review sooner. I was going to do it yesterday, but I got so busy doing laundry and other things like that. So I was pretty busy and I still got to fold some clothes. So I'm going to be a little busy after the Pride Lands album review, which is for Light Bends. So it's a progressive metalcore band. So I'm interested in progressive metalcore stuff. So it piques my interest to see how it performs and how the Pride Lands new album's gonna sound. So I'm gonna check that last album out and then I'll get to a movie review probably this afternoon or close to evening time tonight. So anyways, I'll also have a gaming stream tonight at 9 o'clock. I hope I can get around to it this week, this Monday on the 17th, but I'll just wait and see. If I have to skip the stream, I'll let you know. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Like a Storm Okura album review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. It is a good listen, so definitely check it out if you haven't listened to it yet. But stay safe, Take care, and as always, I'll see you in my next review.